The meta-model is the motor that runs NLP. Let's reframe this from every angle imaginable. If NLP is a car, the meta-model is the engine, but also the steering wheel, the brakes, the GPS, and the fuel efficiency system. Without it, NLP is just a shell with no movement. You're revving motivational quotes with no transmission. Without the meta-model, NLP, it's like trying to cut a steak with a spoon. Frustrating, ineffective, and vaguely insulting to the meat. If NLP is DNA, the meta-model is the genetic code that determines if you're building a chimpanzee or a superhuman. Everything you do in NLP, anchors, reframing, language, patterns, only works if the meta-model is running in the background, dissecting the structure of thought. You already do this when a kid tells you, "I'm stupid," and you go, "Compared to what? Says who?" That's challenging a generalization. That's unpacking a deletion. That's you unknowingly becoming the linguistic equivalent of a heart surgeon mid-operation. Chunk down to the details. I never get it right. Never. Not even once. What does right mean here? What does get mean? According to whose standard? You've just gone from foggy emotion to crystalline clarity. It's like pulling weeds out of the garden of thought. So the roses of truth, they can grow without getting strangled by bullshit. Chunk up to the bigger picture. I don't want to ask for help. Ask, what's important about doing it alone? What does that say about you? What's the purpose behind that value? Now you're floating upward, zoning out to see the skyline behind the sentence. That's like backing up the camera lens to see the entire battlefield, instead of just the mud on your boots. Let's go full ninja on some mental traps. I can't speak up, I'm too scared. You mean you care so deeply, your body wants to protect you? What if that fear is just your courage stretching? I'm not enough. Interesting. Enough of what exactly? What if that story came from someone else's fucked up measuring stick? They'll judge me if I change. Sounds like you've already judged yourself through their eyes. What happens when you see through your own? See what we're doing? Confusion, open loop, reframe, lead, install. Confusion isn't the enemy, it's the magic doorway. If someone's sure they're stuck, you confuse the stuckness so it unravels. Science time. The meta-model activates the prefrontal cortex, the CO of the brain. That's the part responsible for decision-making, insight and regulation. When you challenge deletions, distortions, generalizations, you disrupt the limbic autopilot that loops emotional reaction. It's literally neural jiu-jitsu. You're shifting blood flow from the fear-based survival circuits into conscious choice. That's neuroplasticity in action. This isn't fluffy. It's neurolinguistic architecture. So why are you afraid to use this? Because this shit holds people accountable, especially you. Because once you challenge someone's beliefs, you're in the arena. You can't hide behind vague language anymore. It's raw. It's intimate. It's like emotionally disarming a bomb. Sometimes they cry, sometimes you cry, but either way, the truth detonates and leaves something better in its place. Why'd you get stuck? Let's unpack it. You got stuck because you generalized your failures. This always happens. You deleted your wins. That didn't count. You distorted reality. If I succeed, they'll leave me. Sound familiar? Those are not facts. They're bad code running in your mind's software. The metamodel is the debugging system, like shining a flashlight into a haunted house. Most of the ghosts, they're just coats hanging on chairs. If you don't use this, you keep swallowing other people's limitations like they're gospel. You keep watering weeds and wondering why your life feels small. You accept vague thoughts as truth, and vague thoughts build vague futures. If you do use this, you hear someone's pain and find the structure beneath it. You free people by asking better questions. You become a master of change, not a collector of techniques. You literally see thought differently, like Neo in the Matrix, decoding belief systems in real time. Because the metamodel isn't a technique. It's a new set of fucking eyes. You now walk through the world, hearing the hidden code behind every word. You hear I can't and wonder, according to who? You hear always and think, really? Every time? You hear they won't like me and you whisper, which they? Who are you? Without their script. You hear your own voice and realise you're not your thoughts. You're the one listening to them, editing them, reconstructing them. From now on, every conversation, it's an excavation. Every sentence is a treasure map. Every belief is a hallway with a hidden door. And you hold the master key. You don't just use the metamodel. You are the embodiment of linguistic liberation. I'm not here to soothe your story. I'm here to dismantle it and set your truth on fire. I ask better questions. I unfree stuck minds. I speak like a storm that wakes the gods. Because words are spells. Because patterns are prisons. And because the real magic is the question that shatters the illusion. Now go be the fire that burns away the fog. You are the motor. You're the model. You're the mouth that rewrites minds. Now use it, speak, ask, interrupt the bullshit. Start with your own. Then go save someone else. Let the fuckery end. Let the metamodel begin.